finally, thank you to Minimal for sending us this sample. This is the Minimal phone, and you'll notice it not only looks like a Blackberry, it even has a similar logo to Blackberry, and in a very nice font, it says Minimal on both sides. This is a review sample, of course, so the box is open, but let's unbox it, I guess, and see what's up. We have a little piece of film on top to prevent it from scratching, and you'll see the keyboard has a cutout so that it doesn't move around because it is raised. Now, we are going to leave this till the very end because we want to see, oh, thank you for choosing Minimal, etc., etc. So put that off to the side for now. See what we got here. Quick start guide. Obviously, a lot of companies are kind of cutting down on paper. They just want you to QR it and go over to their website. Now, you do have a removal tool. I don't know if that's SIM or SD because I don't know anything about this unit right now because we save all that fancy stuff for the review. I do know, however, that you have this very nice matte white minimal charger, and it's C to C, which is really rare because lots of manufacturers still don't do C to C, they do full to C. So this is indeed a C to C cable, as you can see right there. Oh, come on, no time for jokes, this is business. Now moving over to the unit right here. Yes, you'll see that this is very Blackberry-ish, and don't mind the back being rubbed off. That's, again, this is a review sample. So we do have a ever so slight camera bump. So slight, and it's almost to the point where they didn't need to do it, didn't need to protrude. I mean, if not a lot, why at all is my question, because it's not even a millimeter, it's almost flush. The flash package is flush, so you get that Blackberry-esque logo at the back. It's supposed to be an M if you follow the dots, and on the side we have a, you know what, let's crack that open because I genuinely don't know what's in there. All right, so we have an SD and a SIM. So there you go. Is it SIM 1, SIM 2? It is. I think it's a share. We'll get into that in the full review, of course. Oh, we turned it on. Let's just turn that off real quick. So, oh, it looks like it had a warm light. Nice. On the other side, you have a button, and on this side, you have 3 buttons, volume up and down, and maybe a secondary button. I'm not entirely sure if that's supposed to be like the EINK button. At the top, I think you have a microphone, and at the bottom, you have a microphone, a single speaker, a 3.5mm headphone jack, and a USB-C. You also have the full layout keyboard, and it's not a traditional keyboard, kind of. I mean, no, it's not, because the Q and the A would never be on top of each other. They would be staggered. Also, the AND would be on slot 7, which is now to the left of a numpad that occupies 1 through C, 1 through 9, Q, R, T. It's all jumbled. But, oh, look, is that a camera on the bottom? That's interesting. You don't see cameras on the bottom of devices except, I guess, on the Pocketbook Ultra. There was a camera on the bottom. That's kind of a nice place to put it, honestly, now that I think about it, because, you know, anywhere else it would kind of be in the way, I guess. It's kind of edgy, but I would imagine you get a lot of fingerprints on it. You have to wipe it off before you use it. I hope these are software-driven buttons here. You know what I mean? On the bezel here. The screen is, man, it's like a 4x3. It's not quite square, but it's not quite landscape to the point of basically everything else in the industry like this, for example. You'll see it's much smaller. And it looks like the previous reviewer put a screen protector on there. I hope that's removable because you can see the screen is actually matte, but this screen protector is gloss, and again, we'll get into that in the full review. So the buttons press really nicely and kind of feel with like the edge you can really get in there, but for perspective, here's my thumb and I'm covering about 9,000 keys. So, you know, this is going to be a little bit of a learning curve in order to know how to use it. We are going to change the language to English, of course, English USA, because this did come from the Japanese distribution, and we will skip connecting it to a mobile network. Currently, we'll get into all that. We're going to set it up offline, just getting through everything so we can see what's going on. Click anything and click more and just get past all this for now. So we got a bunch of home buttons on the bottom here too, and when you press it, it seems to do nothing. I'm wondering if this is as far back as we can go. Okay, so when you press this, it opens up a minimal launcher, and we're not going to do always, just so we can change it later. And it seems that we can do quick step as an option too. Okay, so that brings us into more of a Quick Step seems to bring us into more of a traditional Android experience here with your apps, your search bar, your drop down, etc. So, this looks very much the same as basically anything. Do we have a settings wheel? We have, let's see, clear all. And okay, yeah, there's your phone, there's your messages, there's your camera. It looks like you have, yep, there's your camera right there. And again, we're going to be getting into all this in the full review, but it does seem that for now, this is everything that comes in the box with the minimal phone. This is a squared off 1997 looking brick, but it's really cool because it melds the old with the new and everything comes full circle. Stay tuned for the full review.